Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, I will be explaining the meaning of fiqh and the deep understanding of the religion. And this will be an introduction into the lessons we will be taking in fiqh, inshallah. So, as you can see, we're going to be covering, inshallah, this hadith, and we're going to be covering what are the sources of evidence in Islam, what are the 5 rulings. We're also going to be learning about these rulings. So what is wajib, what is sunnah, mustahab, what is makruh. We're also going to be learning about what is haram, how to define what is haram, the 5 objectives of the religion, and some of the characteristics of the sharia. So as an introduction into fiqh, the word fiqh comes from this hadith, which is in Bukhari and Muslim. The hadith is وعن معاوية رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من يريد الله به خيرا يفقهه في الدين متفق عليه. Muawiyah, may Allah be pleased with him, narrated that the Messenger of Allah صلى الله عليه وسلم said, when Allah wishes good for anyone, He bestows upon him fiqh, comprehension of the religion. The hadith is agreed upon in Bukhari and Muslim. So if we look at the hadith carefully, we can see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Man yuridillahu, whoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants khair for, so it's open for everybody and it's not restricted to a certain group. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants khair for the one who is given the opportunity to learn and to understand the religion. The word khair is general, which is good, the good of this life and the next life, and that's the benefits and the fruits of having knowledge, that it will allow you to recognize the good, and also it allows you to make use of your life and to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as required, as prescribed. Man yuridillahu bihi khayran yufaqihu fi din. So al-fiqh in this hadith is faham, deep understanding of the religion, and it's not the specific meaning that the ulama give to the fiqh or the rulings or the understanding of the ahkam. And we're going to cover that inshallah to see the specific meaning, and this is the general meaning. The general meaning of fiqh is to have understanding of the Quran and the Sunnah, to have this insight into the Sharia and to act upon it. So this knowledge is fi din. Okay, this is the knowledge which is mubarak and which will bless the person in this life and in the next life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us in the Quran, إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاء. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that verily the scholars are those who fear Allah. So this fear and this knowledge brings fear, and that allows them to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to love Allah more, to be in awe when studying the Quran, reading the Quran, to have this deep understanding. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also encourages us to learn the Quran, the religion. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He elevates those who learn the religion in the same way He elevates those who have iman. يَرْفَعِ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَالَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ دَرَجَاتٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raises the righteous people, the believers, and also He raises those who have knowledge in different levels. So we can look at the meaning of fiqh. The meaning of fiqh is والفقه معرفة الأحكام الشرعية الفرعية بأدلتها من الكتاب والسنة والإجماع والقياس الصحيح. Okay, so fiqh is to infer the rulings, to معرفة الأحكام, to know the ahkam. Okay, and here the word infer is used where you derive the ahkam. Okay, and to know the ahkam الشرعية. This is the Islamic rulings and Sharia laws. Okay, al-far'iyya, which is the specific rulings regarding to the ahkam. Okay, so it's different from usul al-fiqh, and inshallah if we get an opportunity to cover that as well in the future. بِأَدِلَّتِهَا, with its evidences. So the evidences are al-kitab, which is the Quran, the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that is perfect, that has been revealed to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam through Jibreel. It's read and it starts with Fatiha and finishes with Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas. We have the Sunnah, where we're looking at the Sahih Sunnah, the authentic Sunnah. This is where we derive the rulings from, and not from weak hadith, okay, or hadith which are mawdu', fabricated. Weak hadith we will cover inshallah maybe in other lessons. Some scholars take rulings from weak hadith. Obviously, if you combine many weak hadiths, there must be some basis. It must have some trace in the religion. Therefore, some ulama make it hasan. Anyway, well, ijma', which is the consensus of the ulama, which is the consensus of the Sahaba radiyallahu anhum, and consensus of the scholars where they agree upon the truth or something which is true, and you would not expect them to agree on something like this, and it's not basically practically impossible for a large group of people to agree on something. This is where also some of the rulings are derived from. Obviously, it has to be based on evidence from the Sunnah. It has to be based on evidence or dalil from the Sunnah or from the Kitab. Okay? So the Qiyas, it becomes evidence because the Prophet ﷺ said, لا تجتمع أمتي على الضلالة, that my ummah will never agree upon falsehood. And then we have the Qiyas. The Qiyas is a reasoning where you compare